Honestly, with your skills, don't you think you could shine more somewhere else? You don't really need to stay stuck here. Wow, your phone's blowing up. That's a ton of missed calls.
Yeah, it's from my old boss. I'm Keiichi Sato. I'm 29. I work in the food business division at Todoroki Department Store, where I'm in charge of sourcing traditional Japanese sweets. My main job is picking which shops can open pop-ups, deciding product lineups, adjusting quantities, and keeping the whole sales floor balanced. Hey, Keiichi, does this layout work for the next seasonal fair? These two shops lean toward the same kind of sweetness, so let's space them out a bit. Got it. Thanks a lot, that helps.
Keiichi, you actually went into this much detail on the report again?
Yeah, a lot of these shops are first-timers, so I made sure to break down the quantities and how to place them.
Honestly, I think it would still run fine without going that far.
But if one part of the floor collapses, it affects everything else.
Well, I guess you're not wrong. While I'm sure some companies would jump at this material, someone as capable as you doesn't have to be stuck in this place. You'd likely do way better somewhere that's a better fit for you, don't you think? We're all about teamwork here, and it's just not healthy to rely too much on one person.
Here we go again. I know she's not insulting me, but still. Sorry to spring this on you, but here you go.
Oh, wait a minute. Is this your letter of resignation?
This choice wasn't made because of our discussion right now. I've been feeling for quite some time that I just can't do this job like this anymore.
I see. Well, it sounds like trying to stop you wouldn't change your mind.
Thanks for everything. I'll definitely get all the handover papers done by my final day.
Once Keiichi's gone and I'm making all the ultimate calls, the team should definitely pick up the pace.
And just like that, I quit my job at Todoroki Department Store.
Wow, your phone's blowing up. That's a ton of missed calls.
It's from my old boss. I wonder what's up. Hello, Keiichi speaking?
Finally! I needed to check something. How did you decide where to put products in shops and how many to have for sales events in the past?
I submitted a full handover manual to you on my last day.
Yeah, but I'm not really clear on how you actually made those decisions.
Every sales floor has different conditions, so I always made the final adjustments on site.
On-site adjustments? What exactly does that mean?
I'm no longer involved in department store operations, so I can't make those calls anymore.
I see. So if you move around the floor, things just sort of adjust naturally. Keiichi, we're about to be late for our meeting. Oh? Are you with someone?
I'm with Nagisa Kimura, the CEO of Tokimeki Sweets, and I'm actually working for her company now.
Hold on. Tokimeki Sweets? You left our major department store just to go work for some tiny sweets shop? You didn't have to sell yourself short like that.
Calling it tiny feels a bit rude, don't you think?
Keiichi, could you put her on speaker for a moment?
Sure.
Nice to meet you. I'm Nagisa Kimura, the CEO of Tokimeki Sweets. Ah, hello there. Haven't spoken in a while, have we? It's Shizuka Kanzaki. You're right. We're just a small sweets shop, and that's true. But Keiichi helped us out over and over during the past events. He doesn't just focus on the figures. He actually sees people in situations, which is why I reached out to him.
Nagisa?
Here at Tokimeki Sweets, we'll definitely acknowledge and value his strengths. Keiichi is someone who will be appreciated and respected everywhere he goes. So you really don't have to worry about him. I see. Looks like I worried for nothing then.
Sorry, we have a meeting to get to, so I'm gonna wrap this up here.
Sorry to bother you when you're busy. Thanks. We have the manual he made and the handover's done. As long as I manage the on-site adjustments, he should be all fine. Jin, just use Keiichi's manual I gave you and move forward with the floor layout.
Got it. I'll revise it according to the stats. This manual is insanely detailed, but it's pretty fuzzy on how to make the ultimate decision.
2 weeks later, Todoroki Department Store launched its seasonal Japanese sweets fair. Even though it's just the first day, we're already down about $30,000 from what we thought we'd sell.
$30,000? What?
Things really slow down after late afternoon, and even though we have folks coming in, they aren't actually buying anything. So, people are coming, but they're not actually buying products? That's the worst possible combo.
I mean, there haven't been any major complaints. Sales aren't terrible or anything.
That's not an amount you can brush off. This seasonal event is the face of our department store. If it doesn't go well, our entire brand's reputation takes a hit.
Right.
The staff working on the floor are saying they're having trouble knowing which products are our main ones, and it's hard for them to explain what they are. How was the event like before? Back when Keiichi was here, there was always a super clear main item right at the entrance, and all the details were perfectly organized. We've never messed up this badly on day one. So, this is what happens now that Keiichi has left our company. Shizuka, you guaranteed things would go fine even if someone quit, didn't you?
Yes, we have the manual and handover papers that Keiichi made. Everything we need is there.
A failed event hurts our sales and credibility. You're not actually going to just shrug it off as just the first day, right?
No.
Getting everything lined up and actually making it work are not the same thing. You gotta fix it.
Yes, sir. If there's a problem, it's just that I haven't tweaked enough yet. I can still smooth this out from here. Can you recheck these numbers? I want reports from every section by the end of today.
Man, she never used to be this demanding in particular. I mean, it's the first event since Keiichi left.
She seems really stressed. If this keeps up, it's gonna get rough.
At the same time, I was using my department store experience at Tokimeki Sweets.
Keiichi, those baked sweets sold out fast yesterday evening.
Yeah, afternoons are pretty much when everyone's buying gifts.
That's right. People grab our sweets in the mornings as a treat for themselves, and in the evenings, they buy them as gifts.
Then let's stock more gift boxes toward the evening today.
Oh, and the red bean sweets from this year have been kind of hit or miss. The filling inside is a little moister than it usually is.
Then let's not push production. How about we put a limit on today's run? Let's make it a special limited amount.
A limited amount? I like that.
And that evening, the strategy worked perfectly, and we closed up smoothly.
That was impressive, Keiichi. Ever since you joined us, our shop feels so much more stable. Seriously, thank you for coming to work with us.
Not at all. If anything, thank you. I always thought Tokimeki Sweets was honest and sincere. So when you reached out, I felt like I could really take pride in my work here.
I'm really glad to know that. Then, let's keep doing our best together. We may be small, but we're serious about our ingredients and flavors. Oh, by the way, everyone pitched in ideas for our next new product. Would you like to try a sample?
Absolutely. I'd love to.
Every time Keiichi smiles, I get a little flutter in my heart. Why do I feel that way?
Meanwhile, back at Todoroki Department Store.
Given the conditions this time, this quantity makes the most sense. If we factor in cost margins and product turnover, pushing it any further would be tough.
It feels like things used to be a bit more flexible before.
I'm sorry about this, but for this event, we'll have to go with this setup.
We've been getting way more questions from the sales floor lately, and they're all the tricky kind that are tough to make decisions about.
Jun's following the conditions exactly, and Shizuka isn't making unreasonable demands either, but it honestly feels like that middle person or common ground is completely missing now, you know?
Yeah, when Keiichi was around, he used to organize things between upper management and the floor. Honestly, right now, it's a bit exhausting.
I know, right?
I'm doing my best too. I'm trying to value everyone's thoughts and really putting in the effort.
Another inquiry like this? Seriously? It completely contradicts what Jim reported. Lately, cases are taking ages to resolve, when they used to be settled in just one go. Jin's talented, and he's doing things by the manual. So why does everything keep getting so complicated?
Shizuka, I'd like to resign at the end of next month.
You want to quit our company?
All the coordination work keeps falling on me, and I can't even keep up with my own responsibilities.
That's just a fleeting issue. We'll get the setup straightened out, okay?
I'm already falling behind on keeping in touch with the other shops too. I just can't deal with this anymore. I'm sorry.
I see. Fine. So that makes 3 people who have left this month.
We've been getting constant complaints from the food business division, and the sales floor team is completely exhausted. Isn't this because the person who kept things running isn't here anymore?
Junpei, I'm very sorry about this. We're currently reviewing the setup. I can't afford to waffle anymore. Desperately need some fresh, brilliant solution to fix this issue.
Shizuka, do you know Tokimeki Sweets?
That's the shop Keiichi works at now, right?
Yeah, they've been getting buzz lately, both in Japan and overseas. Their supply is stable, and their customer response is known to be really solid. Specialized magazines are even featuring them.
Oh, then if we could bring them into the next event, that'd be a huge draw.
Exactly. It could also help reset our sales floor too.
If we're out of options, look into inviting them. If it could fix both issues, it's worth a shot.
Got it. I'll set up a meeting with them right away. Honestly, I'm not thrilled, but I guess we don't have a choice.
A few days later, Shizuka and June showed up to our sweets shop.
Thank you for taking the time today, and I'm sorry for reaching out so suddenly.
It's been a while, Shizuka.
Yes, it has.
So, what would you like to discuss?
Your fruit-filled bean sweets have been getting a lot of attention lately, from specialty magazines and business partners. I've also heard the response overseas has been especially strong.
Thank you. We've been getting some good feedback, little by little.
So, we were wondering if you'd consider joining our next Japanese sweets fair. And your products are exactly what our Todoroki department store needs right now. Honestly, they'd be the perfect centerpiece.
And regarding quantity, we could adjust within a reasonable range.
We could even set aside a special limited production run just for your shop at the event. Keiichi, you're the best at knowing event conditions and product quantity, right?
I do, and that's exactly why we'll have to decline this time.
Why?
At our current production level, we can't guarantee stable supply for your department store.
Surely you could be a little flexible.
If we push it too hard, the flavor of our product falls apart. Fruit condition, bean paste, consistency, even daily humidity, everything matters. The more we scale up, the more the quantity starts to vary.
We value trust over size. Right now, we only want to make what we can confidently stand behind. Rushing expansion and hurting our reputation scares us more.
People trusted us enough to recommend our product. That's why we've made it this far.
Well, that's a shame. Turning down an offer from a long-established department store like ours? Alright, I understand. We'll drop the request. Wow, that was a very clear no from them.
Shizuka, there's another option I'd like to suggest. There's a crispy sweets brand that's blowing up on social media right now.
You mean one of those hype first places?
As far as pulling in younger customers goes, they might even beat Tokimeki Sweets. Honestly, their supply isn't exactly stable, but depending on the terms, we could lock them in as an exclusive partner.
That sounds a bit pricey.
But our floor really needs something eye-catching right now. Something that truly stands out.
Alright, fine. Let's hear them out just once. This upcoming event cannot fail. Got it?
You got it.
If playing it safe got us here, then maybe it's time to change the flow.
If this works, maybe all my effort will finally pay off.
After that, Todoroki Department Store ended up getting into an expensive deal with Sakusaku Sweets. Things looked good at the start, but...
Excuse me, will any more of these products show up today?
That's all we got for today. We're not even sure if more will come in tomorrow.
But that's not what we agreed on for the quantity, is it?
Yeah, it suddenly blew up on social media, so this kinda caught us off guard too. Oh, hiya, welcome in.
Wait, what? And how you greeted the customer just now was a bit too...
Joan, I did already explain the customer service guidelines, but honestly it varies a lot from person to person. We've been getting a younger crowd lately, and apparently the more casual freestyle approach is rating better right now.
Ugh.
At the same time, unlike what was happening at Todoroki Department Store, we were handling a good kind of chaos.
Keiichi, that new fruit-filled bean sweets sold out online this morning.
Wait, already?
Yep, and we've got tons of people signing up for restock notifications.
I also heard from our shop staff. Apparently, some foreign tourists who came in yesterday came back again today to buy more.
They bought the same product?
Yeah, they tried it at their hotel last night and said they had to have it again.
Wow, that honestly makes me so happy.
I seriously didn't think it would be so popular. It kind of brings me back to when we were all brainstorming for it together.
I know, right? And I went ahead and rechecked the stats. Ever since you joined us, monthly sales are up by around 1.8 times, with online sales climbing to over twice their previous amount. And the number of repeat buyers has gone way up too. No doubt about it.
That's because the product itself.
No, we always believed in our ingredients and flavor. But you helped shape that passion into something customers could actually understand and feel. As a business owner, I'll say this clearly. Without you, these numbers and this reputation wouldn't exist.
I honestly didn't expect you to say that much.
Well, you should believe it. The results speak for themselves.
Yeah, thank you, Nagisa. Seriously. Wow, I really do love this job. At the same time, things at Todoroki Department Store continue to spiral downhill. Whoa, there are way fewer people than before.
Damn it. Opening day was packed. What in the world happened?
Hold on, what is going on here? Sales and foot traffic tanked after the first week.
The hype died down, and younger customers basically stopped coming over here. Honestly, for our regular department store customers, the vibe and the taste might have felt too casual.
But it had tons of buzz. And yet the rules, customer service, and even their supply, it's all totally out of sync.
Shizuka, Junpei is asking to see you. Regarding Saku Saku Sweets, we're getting non-stop customer complaints. The products we advertised aren't showing up, and the customer service is nowhere near what you would expect from a department store. Plus, I heard you're having arguments with them about contract conditions and commission rates.
The contract itself is fine. It's just their main store demand ended up being prioritized way more than expected.
We were told in advance that their supply could fluctuate. Junpei, we even informed about that too previous.
And you think that makes this okay? These pop-up events are the face of our department store. What's the point of chasing numbers if the whole floor's reputation tanks?
I was just trying to respect your vision, Junpei.
Shizuka, this wasn't just a sales floor failure.
Satoru!
You failed to recognize the people who could actually deliver real value. Keiichi proved what he could do with his results, and to shrug that off by saying it's too individual dependent is just plain careless on your end as the evaluator.
Junpei, we prioritize numbers and systems while cutting out human judgment and on-site coordination. This outcome is the direct result of treating that mindset as the right way. What did you just say? When Keiichi was here, the sales floor felt stable. Our shop tenants and staff trusted him. Now, no one knows who should make the call anymore. That's why everything keeps blowing up. I can't work like this anymore, if you'll excuse me.
Shizuka, June, and Junpei will be taking appropriate action regarding this moving forward. You'll be notified once discussions are finalized. Got it.
No way.
If this continues, my position is finished. And so, Junpei, as the CEO, took the blame for the contract arguments and the unsuccessful event. He stepped down and moved out of the spotlight. Was my judgment really that wrong? Shizuka was held accountable for the chaos and removed from her department head position. In her new role at a new department, she now answers daily to people she once looked down on.
Why am I being treated like this?
And June, overwhelmed with guilt, chose to leave the department store. Though capable, he regretted failing to fulfill his role and is now trying to find his own path.
This time, I'll figure out a way to use my strengths properly.
Meanwhile,
I always thought I only cared about Japanese sweets. But lately, you've been on my mind way more than I even realized. Why do you think that is?
wait, doesn't that mean she actually likes me more than Japanese sweets?